Well, let's have a look. Let's get into this one. Definitely sort of considering the two teams, you know, VP, a team that's been at the top for quite a large portion of the season, but Alliance, this team that's rising up. We've already seen a successful uprising this morning from TNC against LGD. The question is, can Alliance do it against Virtus Pro here in this best of three?
Yeah, is either team going to have some strats, right? You know, you come into a series like this on the main stage, of course, Virtus Pro, I'm sure you heard the crowd. They're a bit of favorites here in Moscow. But we often see these like level 1 smokes, right? You know, Virtus Pro, they haven't played in a couple of days. These guys have been on vacation.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've been chilling.
They probably went home.
They probably did. One of the benefits here, win or lose, you know, you're going home.
They're not an airport team.
No.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, that sounds about right. So for now, it's a bit of a battle here between the Virtus Pro teammates as to where are we going. Trying to figure out where the lanes are going to be, and again, Insania hoping to get that crowd on their side, doing everything he can.
The crowd loves the drums. And we're going to do fantastic crowd here in Moscow, and one that's certainly going to be making a lot of noise this game. Either way it goes, there's definitely some Alliance fans out there as well. Of course, VP, the big name here on their home turf. Let's see if they can perform on the main stage. Previous epicenters, they've slipped up. This time round, we'll see if they can keep their cool and show us the strength that we've seen so many times here in the season.
Yeah, and if they have one goal in this early game, it's Slark, right? It's getting a good game for your Slark as Virtus Pro is going to be so important. We've seen several teams going for this just before it wasn't successful, of course, for LGD, but when OG played it, they essentially just commit as many supports as necessary to the hero to begin things, and right now you're seeing that. As, well, speaking of which, in the mid lane, in fact, Solo just going to take that early glaives. Yeah. Start punching Koikfa, try and burn through some of that early regen. The courier will successfully make the delivery and get home, though.
Now, I can respect this decision. We've seen Koikfa have many a strong Storm game, one of his best heroes. And if you're VP, you're going to certainly want to make sure that he does not have a smooth sailing in the wall.
Gets a toss.
So if they can do anything with the follow-up, looks like he will be able to walk it off.
Casual TP back.
Incredibly low there. They nearly got him. But he's fine. He's prepared as well. 5 tangos and a couple of mangoes. He has that regen.
Yeah, they tried a sneaky play by TPing the Tiny from the bottom lane after a long time, but...
Look at this here. A lot of pressure. They know that he took that level 1 Essence Shift, of course. They're just going to chase him down because of it and get first blood.
And that's all set up from that play by Taiga, right? Where he TPs from the bottom lane after maybe a failed courier kill or just scouting out the lanes. He shows up, gets that toss play, forces the TP back in the shaman. They say, hey, guess who's vulnerable right now, guys? It's Slark.
The perfect time to punish. You know, one of those points, you know, as a Slark, you go into this lane, a couple of melee heroes, you want to have the Essence Shift level 1, but there is that risk, and Alliance, they punish it. No escape, no way out. We're going to see the 3 of them try and put more pressure on Ramses now. Does hit the level 2. He has the pounce. To safety and Solo here as well. We'll start to settle down for a trio and trio. Actually, Boxy, he wants to head elsewhere. They're going for the swap. Exactly.
You want the Sven into the tri-lane versus the Slark, right? I mean, that's kind of one benefit of the Brewmaster, honestly, is that he's good in the lane. Like, if you were forced into this tri-lane for a bit, sure, Brewmaster can aid in the kills, but Sven's just straight up better, and you see it right there.
That's already immediately is in the lane running down Roger. Roger's gone. Alliance with these moves. They pick up a second kill already, and now potentially a third. The toss back onto Solo. They've got the damage to do this. They'll chase, looking to line up the stroke. There's the stun, allows for an easy connection of the stroke. It's another kill in this top lane. Ramses, he's trying his best to turn, looking to make it, but the stick charges are not enough. The X-Well stun is there though, and Alliance, they'll clean up a 4th kill in the first couple of minutes of play.
I think Ramsey, I mean, he had so many stacks at that point, right? He's like, okay, I got to try and get a kill here.
He was always going to get something, but it's a lot of deaths on the side of VP. Mid lane, Roger zooming in with the haste route, trying to play around with Koikfa. Doesn't want to commit with the shackles, though. They haven't got a creep wave with them, so they don't want to dive too hard and start tanking tower hits. Koikfa will be fine for now.
And it's only really a bit of a reprieve here for the Slark, right? Because he TP's down to the bottom lane. Instead, he's going to dodge, but that's Sven only has like 15, 20 seconds left on his TP if they want to try and match him again.
He can move again. Anyway, this mid lane, though, Koikfa's fine in terms of not dying, but look at the farm, the pressure that's being put onto this Storm. VP, this time round, they'll dive in. He popped the Fairy Fire. Koikfa's trying to hide, but he cannot escape. VP get the kill in a lane that is being well and truly crushed. Focusing on just destroying Koikfa's early game, and they're succeeding. 17 for 8 on no one, only 5 for 1 on Koikfa, and now there's a kill on him as well. Tiger, gonna go for the chase down, onto Roger, straight up TP out. Right clicks won't be able to do it. Roger's out of there.
Yeah, it gives him a little zap on the way out, but I think one of the hallmarks of Virtus Pro over the past couple of years is that they're extremely good at positioning any of their players to be like the anchor of the game. Like, which one of our cores is going to be the most important one here, and how do we get them farmed up to what our game plan needs to succeed? And by that same virtue, they're also very good at identifying what does Alliance need, right? And they're looking at Quake where they say, okay, we kind of have a lost cause on our Slark. We need to draw attention away from him. And we need to figure out which one of these cores we can actually punish. So you pointed out, man, that alas, it's not looking too hot for that Storm Spirit. He's currently 3rd lowest in the game on net worth. He's below his own Grimstroke right now because he's sending out these salves. Just at about 1K net worth right now, almost 4.5 minutes.
It's going to be a slow start for Quake, of course. He is a Storm. He's going to have that catch-up potential with the neutrals, and he's certainly going to need it. He's going to need a lot of it after this laning stage. And by that point, the question is if he's going to be allowed to get away with it. VP will have ways of invading the jungle of Alliance and making sure that Quaifa cannot back up and farm safely in his own half of the map. We'll see if VP can keep on top of that.
Yeah, and Alliance trying to keep on top of that mid lane, right? That big rotation mid, don't find anything, and now they're just going to head elsewhere. See, Boxy on the run.
They're running him down. He's trapped up here by the 3 of them. The shackles are out from Roger. No backup for Boxy. He'll pop the stick charges, try and get away. Has got that extra movement speed. They'll keep on hunting, and he'll be able to cut his way through the trees. He's able to get away from the 3 heroes, and a TP back towards the shrine. He's able to heal up. As it hits that 5-minute mark, he'll be able to claim that one. Good escape in a situation where he looked gone for.
Yeah, let's say it was about even, right? Because we saw those supports rotating the bottom lane, and Ramsey's also not going down here. So both of them playing safe on their sides of the map, and they're just trying to give Ramsey's full XP down here, right? No supports hanging nearby, just trying to stay alive and get to level 6.
You can certainly imagine that TPs will be ready if he does call for it. Top lane.
Oh, they're calling for it.
Foxy getting the backup in. Tiger's in. A 3-man avalanche and the potential to toss back Roger underneath the tower. Boxy will be fine. And with the help of Tiger, they'll actually be the ones to get a kill out of this.
Yeah, perfect. Tiger already used both spells, but now the return attempt bottom. Again, not successful. So Virtus Pro. Yeah, sure, he's not getting the most gold, but he's living. He's getting XP, and I think we've all seen these Slark games before like this. And even has a shrine to work with here as we start looking back towards this mid lane where not a whole lot has changed.
See Insania. He's going to get gone upon by Ramsey. He's getting a little close. Starpack's going to be able to remove the ink swell, and Roger, he's got the lockdown. That'll be a permanent essence shift there for Ramses as they catch out Insania, getting a little too greedy with his positioning, coming around and standing on the low ground towards that shrine. It's likely to be TPs coming back in from VP, but Insania was not prepared.
Yeah, there was no opportunity to capitalize on anything on the other lanes there for Alliance because Storm's jungling, and then Brewmaster had actually walked all the way home. So nice play there by Virtus Pro. They can just instantly split these supports right back up, and just need to get another TP onto Solo here in case he needs to make a rotation as they start eyeing towards Pasha. You can also see down bottom there. Roger maybe lurking a bit onto Mickey, but of course a tough ask to do much to him.
See top Tiger. He's going to try and lead in. He's getting a little low as Pasha and Solo start to run him down with the curse. Tiger, he's got stick charges to rely on. We'll be able to hold on to them as well. Doesn't need to use them. Same time down bottom. Roger pops the Fairy Fire, but the chase is there. Insania gets the final hit upon him. Ramses is starting to stack up a lot of essence shift. Mango's going to be popped from Mickey. Will friend Ramses from trying to stick around for more. As he backs
so
off.
Close to 6.
Well, this creep wave should do it, but at the same time, Alliance, they do have 3 heroes down here, so really trying to put the pressure and make sure they can take it away. Mid lane, Quaifa, they're getting taken down by a stray Crypt Swarm from no one as he is,
no one's charging.
He is going in, and he's got this very sort of aggressive
knew he'd be going over that shrine. And they're going to get a second up top here under the tower.
Boxy has no escape from this one. VP strike quick and fast in both the middle and the top lane, as Quaifa's game continues to just be held at a complete stop. No one getting close to double the net worth. We'll see how fast VP can play with the power and pushing potential of this Death Prophet, because potentially they can take over the game and start taking objectives at a rate where it's going to be a long time before the Storm's able to turn up and be much use.
Yeah, the crowd like that one, but now Tiger Invis Rune here in the mid lane.
See if they can get the big grab. They're tossing back. He has got those 3 points to the side, but if you get a few out, he'd have a chance. But no, the chain stuns are far too strong. The swell, the avalanche, the vortex as well. Disable more than enough to catch no one.
Gives them the tip. Wow. Enjoy your free kill, says no one. Congrats.
Stay down bottom, Mickey. Holding off Ramses, but Ramses, and with that 6, every reason to feel a bit more confident trading hits with the Sven. Still 3 heroes back down on Alliance. They want to try and make another go. It's hard with the Shadow Dance ready for Ramses. Top lane. Boxy trying for the aggressive play with the Primal Split. Can't quite finish off Roger, or maybe he can. Roger turns with the Hex onto the Fire Spirit, and that's actually going to keep him alive. Roger able to avoid the play from Boxy, and Pasha already on top of the Earth Bruling was ready for Boxy to come back. No one's turned up as well, as the Siphon will be there slowing him down. The chase is on, and the kill is complete. No one back in the game and back to killing cores.
Yeah, DP not the big rotating hero made, but look what Solo's doing. He's absorbing a little bit of XP in the mid lane there, getting close to level 6. Perhaps opening up opportunities for Ramses.
So they're going to have a bit of an attempt here, but it's hard. Shadow Dance to pounce out. They'll try and close the gap, but can't quite get close enough for the Inkswell to connect. And so he'll be able to keep himself safe. No one now putting the point into the Exorcism, and no hesitation in using it to take these objectives. 10 minutes in as well. We'll see VP try and control the top 2 banner rings. Alliance have been able to secure the bottom 2. So it'll be the split trade.
Get those tomes
on the bounties.
Want to get this Shadow Shaman to level 6. And he just needs a little bit more gold for it. But then get our snakes out. And of course, VP have possibility of a very early and aggressive push. We probably all remember the days of Omni Knight and Death Prophet, much like the Oracle Death Prophet. It is terrifying if you can't burst her down in time before those heals start coming out.
It's Boxy. He's heading up here. There is still a bit of time. Oh no, the Exorcism has finished, so no one will not be fine with that. Koifa's trying to get involved here.
There's no split here.
He goes straight forward for this. The Global Silence is going to come out in return. Shackles are there from Roger. Koifa's just straight up dead. I mean, this is a very under-farmed Storm trying to get involved there. That seemed incredibly forced by Koifa.
Yeah.
Not the play.
I mean,
from the Storm.
If there's heroes that I'm trying to play with right now, it's my Tiny and it's my Brewmaster when he has split. Not when I'm still waiting for it to come back.
Straight in. Back to the bottom lane. Roger TP's over. Drops down the Serpent Wars. Mickey getting control by Ramses and Passion. Avalanche does come from Tiger. Now will keep us. Oh, it won't the end of the shot. Roger finishes off the kill onto Mickey. Now Tiger's left alone. Ramses hunting him down. He'll back up to full by the Heavenly Grace. Tiger.
The wards are still there, buddy.
He's got very little way of getting out of this. Indeed, coming back into range of the Serpent Wars. Tiger, he'll try his best to escape. He is getting out for another Avalanche, but Ramses, can he get back on top? He can with the help of the Hex. Surely Roger disables him once more. Tiger makes them work for it, but they will still get him. At the same time, Koikfeld was able to get back in and pick off a stray solo. So getting something on the Storm, but still, VP having the favorable time with their 3 cores here out the laning stage.
Yeah, they've got another minute before that global's back up too, so perhaps tempted to try and use the split before then, create a favorable situation, but at the same time, you know that Exorcism is going to be coming back, so you have to be prepared to play defensively, see if you can get a kill here, because no one, he's just on the clock, right? Momentum-based gaming right now, much like the Batrider Lasso. This Exorcism is just, you want to use it every time it's up, as long as your teammates are ready to play with it.
They're going to try and answer this tier 1 push. Moxie's in. We'll slow them down for now. VP definitely looking to make a play with that Exorcism.
So's Koikfa though, playing in that enemy jungle.
He is, he's got that high ground. He's eyeing up Solo. He's going to try and go for the pick here. Starting to play around with him, but instantly the curse comes out. They actually get a D-ward on the way out as well, Koikfa.
With the reads. Figured there must be some vision around there.
But it's hard for the Storm, especially for Koikfa. If he continues to try and play like this, looking for pickoffs, because you look towards the Omni, there's a mech online.
Exactly.
So suddenly, that small chance that you may have of killing a backliner with the burst is going to be offset by that mech heal.
Yeah, Silencer may be global, but I think he might want to play a little bit of the buddy system in this one. See if he can stay within range of Pasha. Right now, he's just on the reaches of it back there, as you can see on the other side of the river. As they're going to take this one easily. No need for the Exorcism, and you can see no one. He's going right in for the Aghanims after this.
I think this is, you know, this, as we've already talked about, this is one of the better new Ags in the game.
It's the best.
You
can at me on Twitter if you disagree.
You can get away with it at any point, and as one of your first times, absolutely. It just offers everything. It gives you the stats, It gives you the sustain, it gives you that extra bit of damage, it just makes sense.
Now, I will say it's especially powerful in this game because he has the Omni Knight. You know, you're playing in a game without an Omni Knight, you probably can't get away with double null into the Aghanims, or at least it's going to be more dangerous.
Disagree. I think you can. It's that good, dude.
It depends on the opponent, but in this one, he definitely can.
Let's see up top. They'll go for Tiger. He's been caught out on his own, trying to pick up some levels. The two of them playing around, getting a lot of essence shift, Ramses. He's biting away at the Tiny, and Tiger, he cannot run away. The smoke up comes from Alliance. They know that Ramses is up top. They want to try and make a play down bottom, whilst no one and Pasha and maybe a little more vulnerable. But TPs are coming in. Let's see if they can burst him. Straight away onto Norman. The global silence is out immediately. Heals there from Pasha, and no one heavily graced up. The silence, the Siphon as well. He's just able to chase down Quoifer. Boxy will still get the primal split out, but what can he do with it? He's lost his Storm.
Mickey's calling to get back.
They've just got to retreat with this split. There's no offensive potential at the moment for Alliance's VP. Will just run down the bottom lane, take this tier 1 tower, and with the ghosts out, there's no way for Alliance to fight into it. Another situation where Quoifer, he keeps getting involved in the front lines, and it's really holding his game back.
All they can do is just watch as they lose it. Now it's like, do we want to take a fight, right? We don't have our God Strength for another 10 seconds. We don't have the split for a long time, 100 seconds. And, well, you know, these timers, by the time split's back, so is the Exorcism. So it's all about whoever starts these fights off well.
All about this fast-paced gameplay for VP. You can see it in the builds. Ramses on the Slark, the phase drums. He wants to go get involved with the team. He knows that at the moment, VP's 5 heroes, once they've got their ults up, they are that much stronger than Alliance is. This Storm is not ready to fight, not ready to turn up and do much or anything, really, against VP's lineup. It's very hard for Alliance at the moment. They have to somehow slow it down and get Quoifer to sort of having an item or two before he can attempt to get involved.
He's 1-4-1 now, and behind all 3 cores on the Radiant side.
It's that Aghanims, but no one, just 500 gold away. On the DP Pasha, continuing to get space. Again, his build as well. Arcane's mech, Vlad's. They're going to have all the auras online before sort of the 20-minute mark.
He's got the ulti. He'll have the Vlad's armor aura. Or actually, he's
going to change it. It's his pipe.
Fine, good enough for me.
Definitely understandable. If you look, sort of consider the heroes on his team, they're going to be right-clicking. It's pretty much just the Slark. Having the pipe potential, I mean, that's just going to make sort of Quoifer's game even more irrelevant at the moment. The magic damage, it's not going to do anything.
And now that global has returned. So we're pretty much back to evens here in another 20 seconds as the 2 supports will smoke up here in the mid lane.
See if the 2 of them can find anything. Or at least get some
and they don't want to do
down.
much right now. I mean, what are you, 100 gold away from an Aghanims right now? I'm sure no one's just like, listen, relax, please. Get some wards down. This is, you know, this is setting up for the next big play for our team.
Let's see what they can get.
The crowd are really loving it. They want that Aghanims.
A very good timing. There's mid lane. Ramses for the jump in. Won't quite find the pounce, Boxy. Able to run his way out of there. And after that phase drums, I mean, Ramses, 2,600 gold. I mean, he's certainly considering what he needs. Is Shadowblade to build this game? Does he just want to get an Echo Saber, get more stats to go? He's got a lot of options.
Yeah, he really does.
Maybe just S&Y if he wants to stat up and continue to build towards this 20-minute peak of VP's strength.
I think the key to him is just like tanking some damage, getting your ulti off every single fight. And whatever he feels can best do that, he can just go for. The backline initiation is pretty good onto the Grimstroke, right? If you want to go for that Shadowblade or the Blink Dagger. I think that would be just fine, but I mean, they've recognized on the side of Alliance they need a game-changing item, and it's going to be a while. They've been farming Taiga on these lanes for the past like 5 minutes on the Tiny, just trying to get to a Blink Dagger, but fights keep happening. He gets distracted away. He's only 2-2-4, so no chance for them to fight, and no necessary cooldowns need to be wasted for that Aegis.
And that's day, that's a brutal one. The Diffusal Blade picked up 17 minutes in. It's such a scary early fighting build on Ramses Slark.
So their initiation is still relatively weak then, right? Without going for the Shadowblade or the Blink Dagger, they essentially force fights by forcing towers, which you can of course do.
With, right? Yeah. That's what they're cool to just run down lanes and sort of get lines to come to them.
What I will say though is that if the Blink comes out from Taiga, that means that they might not see it, and it might be able to help create one of these opportunities for them.
Soul Bind, double silence out. Taiga goes for the TP away, and he will make it. No way to cancel it. Looking out there, Roger. Finding an Invis Rune and could set up something onto Boxy. Ramses is heading over as well. Boxy
He's got a lot of trouble wand here.
He's got the full disable, Roger. Let's see if a wand split would do anything. Boxy will probably just save it. He pops the wand. He's trying to run. That diffuser blade slowing him down, though. VP will claim another life for Boxy. At the same time, ready to push down bottom. You can see the comparison here. It was clear with the way they started it, having Solo sort of sit around mid. Roger as well having a look in. They wanted to crush Quake's game. And so far, they've been incredibly successful at doing that. He's still climbing back in. Still about 3K behind the power of no one's DP. As long as VP can keep this lead and keep this pressure on, it's going to be a hard game.
Look at how they're splitting up here too, right? Ramsey just goes under the tier 2 mid. That kind of shows how much fear they have over these heroes on the side of Alliance right now. Absolutely zero. He's just cutting the wave and saying, okay, make sure they're not trading for anything right now. And again, no one, because of this Aghanim Scepter, don't got to pop your ulti. You still get lots of help from your ghosts.
Getting those ghosts, getting those hits onto the tower.
And look how fast this goes down. Aghanims is ridiculous. Again, Ramsey's just in the forefront here. I mean, they made the call a while ago, Alliance. They were pinging the high ground, saying, listen, we are not defending that tower. That tower is a trap for us.
Now, this defense, this is sort of a big ask. There's Serpent Moors, there's Exorcism.
Well, at what point do you play?
What do you do?
Okay, they got the BKB. Ramsey's maybe a little deep, but he has the Aegis.
We have to remove the silence, but the Aegis will actually stun, connects before. Can they keep him alive with a burst? They can. The save there. Pasha gets in with a meg and will allow Ramses to get the Shadow Dance off, start to retreat. Boxy's put the Primal Split. Tiger jumps in with a combo. They'll be able to bring Ramses down the wand. Now Mickey's trying to turn towards no one. BKB popped as well.
Oh, beautiful. That silence. He stopped the Soulbind.
It will still come out, gets the two-man connection onto both Ramses and Noam. Mickey trying to charge it, but he's so low, he just runs into his own death. They lose Mickey, they lose Boxy, the GA was still there ready to pop. Now it's out, they turn with the shackles, they've held down Tiger. Tiger cannot escape.
Oh, it was so good by Solo. He didn't pop the silence when he saw the global coming. He didn't pop it when he saw the Sven starting to rotate. He waited until it was like God Strength, BKB, everything's set up. And they just want to soulbind and stun, and he gets silenced. And the Grimstroke can't do anything.
20 minutes in, VP taking the full set of racks down bottom. And Alliance this game just looking absolutely helpless. There's nothing seemingly that they can do to slow down this pace that VP's running at. VP, they had a plan. They turned up to the game. Alliance, they've tried to rely on something that has worked out many times before. The power of sort of Quake for Storm. If he can get away with finding the moments to farm. Now, this man Storm is one of the best. VP know that.
Yeah.
It's all part of the game plan. They shut him down. They ruin his game. And now a racks up. Alliance needs some big moves to try and swing this one around.
And the hardest part about a fight like that is now you have to get aggressive and try and get something when some of these cooldowns are missing the side of Virtus Pro.
We go in the mid. Tiger is there with the counterplay. Just jump in with the combo onto Roger. Roger, he's going to be safe now by Pasha's mech. Another heal out as well. They'll keep Roger alive. Pasha with the saves and no one. Straight in with the silence. The Yules to cancel the TP of Insania. He's held behind. They'll get Insania. They'll get Tiger. They'll get Boxy. VP once again taking everything and losing nothing in these skirmishes.
Quite the day for Omni Knight here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's looking pretty good. The saves.
I mean, that looked so
frustration. You gotta feel it. You're trying to go for these kills, these little supports, but you're so close to pushing over the edge, and suddenly Pasha's in range. The heals come out.
Oh, it's an Arcane Rune Exorcism too. No big deal.
Everything going VP's way in this game one. As up to the base they go once more, looking for another pushback back in the river. Roger. Oh, he's found Quakefa. That's a solo kill. Onto Quakefa.
Oh, the preemptive tip as well. Very nice from no one.
And Ramses starting to chip away at Boxy.
Well, we love silver linings in casting, and they do have a tier 2 top.
They do have a tier 2 top.
But that's about it.
That is this game. A brutal opening to the series for Alliance as VP just holding nothing back. 11K lead, 20-8 at just 23 minutes in. 2 sets of racks taken away.
Kameke just, he knows. I mean, I still need a blink. We still have to try and make some sort of a play, right? But this Omni feels like, I mean, how do you target the Omni? Do they have enough damage to bring him down? I don't know if you do. mean, it's basically you need solo control too.
Yeah. I mean, not just, the supports as well, as we've seen, they just struggle to find anything. They're just under-farmed on all cores. I say, Mickey has still, he's got farm.
Sure. I mean,
but it's going to sort of be held at this. You know, ideal Sven game, you're getting the chance to get that Midas first. He's got the BKB Echo Saber. He'll keep on par, but in terms of getting ahead, he's got to rely on getting the kills in the fights, but at the moment, it's just not happening.
I guess that dream scenario for them is probably a soulbind. Obviously, they need one good soulbind onto like Ramses +1. Ideally, they need the initiation on the Omni Knight. You probably have to take him down first, and then Taiga has to be just focusing on one of these two supports. Ideally, the silencer, but even the Shadow Shamans, of course, can be very helpful too. But they got a bit of damage issues at the moment.
I don't. How as Alliance do you put a dent in sort of this 5-man that VP's walking around as?
And they are definitely staying pretty clumped too, as you said, right? Like, there's not really this good opportunity for a pick-off here. They're not going to lose this edge that they're gaining from this Omnis. They are under vision at the moment, but, you know, if Ramses comes up here, of course, he can help spot out some of these wards.
Pasha getting out of completed Greaves. Greaves, pipe. Everything to go. VP, they've got the wards and the exorcism. It's just a question of when they want to try and close up that top lane, head towards that tier 2 and tier 3. You can imagine it's going to be as soon as that Greaves is out. They've got all the tools ready to do it.
Oh, the blink right in from Ramses.
He's going to try and get on top of Taiga. There's the combo. The silent sound from the two of them. Jump forward from Mickey, trying to chase down Ramses, but the chance is there with the save. Heavenly Grace on a Ramses. Soulbind is out upon them. They get the silence out as well onto Noam, but the Global's there to put a stop to any other follow-up. They're trying to kill off Noam, but the heals are too strong. GA's out. They charge straight forward. The Serpent was on a Mickey. Taiga will be able to get the toss back, trying to save Mickey, but Ramses, he's already there on top of them. Pounce down. Kuiper zips in, zips out, tries to get back in towards Ramses. And Pounce out's there. Boxy does chase. He has been able to kill off Ramses. Ramses is dead, but still the shackles lay there from Roger, binding down Kuiper. They get Ramses. It's pretty much the best trade Alliance has had all game, but they need more than that. Taiga jumping in, combo followed up by the Ixwell. They're on top of Pasha. Can they kill that Omni Knight? Oh, they cannot. The heals are out. He can walk himself away. Silence onto Taiga. No one charges him with a Siphon. Taiga's dead. Boxy cannot TP out. Another cancel with the Yule Scepter, throws him up. Silenced again for Noan, clips the two of them.
Taiga.
Hex out as well onto Taiga, who bore back for this. He'll get an avalanche out, but Roger's just running them down, looking to blast them with that Ether Shock when available. Insania's attention drawn towards the Shaman, but they've lost Taiga again. Insania has no way of getting back home apart from in a casket. 25-9, 13k lead. VP absolutely putting on the show for the local crowd that the crowd was hoping for.
That was a pretty good summary of this game, wasn't it? Trying to dive and kill that Omni Knight, and he just narrowly survives, and they turn it back on your whole team. I mean, Alliance, they found something. They got to kill the Ramses, and the only reason they got that is because Death probably got ward trapped. I mean, if it wasn't for that, they'd probably just get totally run over in that team fight. Well, Mickey's got everything back for one last glorious ride.
Gonna have everyone back in. Oh, Taiga, yeah. On that dieback, he's still dead for 30 seconds. They'll have to try and hold us, the four of them. Virtus Pro relentless with this push. 27 minutes in, looking to be on the verge of claiming Mega Creeps. Mickey goes for the jump in. Ramses able to get the down packed off in time. There's the BKB, no one able to chase down Boxy. The silence out as well. Kuiper is going to zip in. Does get on top of Ramses, but Ramses, he gets the shadow dance off. Looks towards Insania. Roger jumps forward. There'll be a buyback immediately from Boxy in this attempt to turn things around. Ramses pounces away. Insania silenced up again. No one clipping the three of them with the silence. But Mickey's dead, Kuiper's surrounded. GG is finally called as VP looking to be on top form and as scary as they've ever looked, as this game one, Alliance got absolutely demolished.
Yeah, beautiful play from Virtus Pro, simple as that, right?